How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Now we got episode 4, House of the Dragon, another reaction. And I think I should start off by saying I absolutely love a show, and I think you guys, or most of you guys, are the same way as far as loving a show that gets better and better upon each watch and has basically replay value. Now I've only gone back and watched each episode twice. But the fact that I have a little cheat sheet in the comment section from you guys filling me in on details that I missed, prior knowledge that I forgot about, like the King's Guard not being able to marry because of their vows, or being lowborn, not being able to, specifically with Sir Christian, not being able to marry Rhaenyra. I think the only reason that kind of crossed my mind is because she's been so rebellious, and she's talked about changing the role of the queen and women in general. And I just thought about that. So a lot of things. Number one, I think the main issue, not issue, but my main gripe with the first or last episode was the fact that we had the crab feeder kind of get hyped up and then he got taken out. I love the way the episode concluded, but we didn't get to see like the fight between him and Daemon. So that was the main gripe. But me, theories, overthinking things, this is going to be way out there. So I thought there could, when I went back and rewatched it, I noticed a couple details, or one main one. At the end of the episode, when he drags his body out the cave, I noticed he had a pinky ring earlier in the episode, and when he dragged his body out, that pinky ring wasn't gone. So it makes me think, is there a possibility that maybe he gave his mask to somebody else and he didn't actually kill Crab Feeder and he's still out there somewhere? Another reason I think that is possibly because we see them hiding in the caves from Daemon. He doesn't seem combative, or I don't know how to describe him, but maybe he's like a master of disguise, master of hiding. So that could be a reason that he possibly got away somehow. Just a theory to throw out there. Is probably wrong, but I love to throw him out regardless. Viserys. Last episode, I think this was you, Terry Tumble, who pointed this out, and I mentioned it in the reaction as well. Extremely reminiscent of Robert Baratheon in that episode, and I think you're right as far as them kind of portraying him in that way to throw us off the lead and not know what to expect. But as well, I think it's also cool that we're kind of seeing his descent as we see Daemon and Rhaenyra kind of grow into their own. And I thought it was really important that Otto mentions, specifically with him sending aid to Daemon, he mentions how weak it would be to send that help after so long. And then eventually by the end of the episode, he ends up doing that, as well as having to stab the stag twice in order to kill it, and him getting drunk, and you just see him deteriorating. So interesting. You guys let me know that the cripple that was in the party was Lord Strong's son, I believe you said. And you said that maybe he was investigating to grab info for the Lord of Laws, Lord Strong. And I think you're on point with that. And I also, and it's kind of genius, to be honest, sending him to do that dirty work, because no one suspects him for any reason, I guess you could say. But him sitting in with all these wives and ladies of important men, you know, they'd be pillow talking. So him being able, or having access to all that information, and then they're gossiping all in that room, very interesting. And I want to know more about what he pulls from those conversations. So looking forward to that. And it actually makes me wonder if he's actually crippled, or just using that to his advantage to be able to sit in on conversations like that. And I guess last thing I kind of thought about was, I know I've hated Otto. He's been kind of like enemy number one, enemy of the state for me through these first few episodes. And I love to hate him, but now with the last episode, you guys told me that that guy he was talking to is his brother, Lord Hightower Hobart, I believe you guys called him. I'm not sure on the pronunciation, but I think that's it. He's whispering in his ear, so I'm starting to wonder if Otto's really the bad guy, or if his brother is the one planting these seeds, because even he's the one who mentioned the marriage with Aegon, I think, now that he's 2 and past his infancy or something like that. But yeah, a bunch of things to think about. I'm excited. We're getting character growth. I wonder if we're gonna get a time jump in this one, but I guess we'll see. Let's jump into it. Episode 4, baby. Was she just sitting on the throne? Has she taken over? What's going on here? Look at this youngin'. Go ahead, spit your game, fella.
And now a child.
And the Riverlands they once ruled as kings. The blood of the first men still flows in their veins.
First men, the Andals, right? I don't like him. He look like Bran.
If chosen as your match, princess, your day shall be easy, and night safe, under my protection.
Protection? The princess has a dragon, you dumb cunt.
Bitch, shut up. A fight, a sword fight, right now.
Let us have the next.
Damn.
So we may go to supper.
with all these time skips. Oh, he is about that action. Okay. Oh, okay.
Don't look, princess.
No, look at that shit. You might have just made a mistake. She's obviously still got some type of love for him. She's wearing the necklace. No, he cut his hair? I don't know why that's the first thing I noticed, but yeah, he got that short hair. Okay. Oh shit, he got the hammer. That's a crab feeder's hammer. What's that crown he's wearing though?
Add it to the chair.
Damn, heavy as shit. That's the perfect line. Add it to the chair. That's good.
Once we smash the Triarchy, they name me King of the Narrow Sea.
I wonder how Corlys feels about that. Or Vaymor, for that matter. Or Vaemon.
Where is Lord Corlys?
He sailed home to Driftmark.
Who holds the stepstones?
The tides. The crabs.
I can't tell if he's just trying to gain favor within the realm or if he's actually being truthful. I can't pick up on Daemon's character at all, to be honest. I like it, but I can't help but feel that this makes
The realm owes you a great debt, brother.
the Viserys look weak again to everybody looking on.
I'd like to see them.
Oh, well, then you should not deprive yourself.
I shall enjoy them alone.
Oh wait, okay, another time skip. She's not pregnant anymore.
Have every young knight and lord in the 7 kingdoms fawning over you. What misery. It is rare for girls in this realm to get a choice between 2 suitors. No less 2 score of them.
How many of them are
Those men and boys don't fawn over me.
in the royal family?
They only want my name in my Valyrian blood for their offspring.
This is clearly a rebuke for passing over Lady Lena for Queen Alicent.
Years have passed since the business with his daughter. Certainly it cannot still be wrath.
Couldn't they arrange something with Aegon and Lena?
If House Velaryon entered into an alliance with the Free Cities, we would have to seek our own marriage pact.
Is that why Laenor comes into play?
Good night, Sir Kristen.
Sleep well, princess.
Come on in, Sir Kristen. Just because he lowborn don't mean you can't partake in extracurriculars. What is that? Secret passage or something? Oh damn. Oh, she's going into the city. Okay. Makes sense. So Sir Kristen gave her the clothes and the map, so she knew a way to get out of the castle into the city and she could explore a little bit. Or Daemon did. Okay, makes sense. Makes sense. I thought her and Sir Kristen were in cahoots. I didn't think Daemon would be up to this bullshit so soon getting back.
He called me boy.
She's so excited. She's so happy to be out here. She just wants some damn excitement.
Let me take that.
Oh, he's got more sores. Those can't all be from cuts. Is it like gangrene?
Rhaenyra! The
realm's delight. A girl so young and so slight, loved by all of her people.
I knew he had to be up to something. I don't know exactly what it is. But obviously he's kind of trying to get her to see things from his perspective. Why does she in this scene in particular, she reminds me so much of Arya running through the streets. Rhaenyra, I don't think this is the type of party you want to be introduced to. This is Daemon's vibe. Oh no. Oh my god, that's some of the worst scenes to watch in original Game of Thrones for me were the ones with Sansa in scenes like that. Damn, she is. Maybe she is into all the. What, Daemon, you're her fucking uncle. What the hell are you doing? Okay, so yeah, me and you and a couple of you talked about this in the comment section. I couldn't pick up on whether he actually had romantic feelings for her, or if it was just niece and uncle type of love. But this answers my damn question. This episode is fucked. This episode is fucked. Literally. Oh, he couldn't get it up again. She's gonna end up killing him, I feel like. Smothering him in his damn sleep or something.
My helmet.
No. Oh, it's about to go down. You a rebound, but it's about to go down. You see the difference between him and damn Daemon? I know a lot of y'all say he's your favorite, Daemon, but I ain't seen the reason why yet. Besides the fighting abilities, I guess. But right here in this moment, he pretty much saying fuck them vows. He a little bit more like Jon Snow than I figured he would be. Bitch, at this point it ain't even worth it. It's been an hour since you started undressing. Seemed like she kind of regretted it in that moment. I can't tell though. White worm. Oh shit, more info on Daemon. That's the kid that saw him come out.
I learned that the skin trade could only take me so far in this life.
You never were one to stay idle.
Hard lessons are not welcomed, but
oh shit, that's White Worm there. Oh, hold on, did he just pay her for? Is she getting information for them? I thought maybe he just saw them outside the whorehouse and told them that, but I think he just paid her for giving them some type of information.
Come.
Is he having a hard time relaying whatever information, or?
The princess was spied last evening. Beyond the walls of the keep. In a pleasure house.
Is he gonna mention Daemon, or does he even know about Daemon?
She was carrying on with her uncle. They were engaged in behaviors unbecoming of a maiden.
I don't agree with it either. It's fucked up, but we not gonna stand here and talk like y'all don't dibble dabble in damn incest.
You're so sick with ambition that you would have my daughter stalked, spied upon, awaiting your best chance to destroy her reputation.
I have no such intent.
Oh, now you decided to turn on him when you hear some shit you don't want to hear.
Leave me. Once. Your Grace.
So many of these characters are written so well, like they're hard to pick up on their character. Otto, he had that look of kind of worry, like he didn't want to tell him that news. I can't tell if he was actually sad to relay that news, or if he was just worried in how the king would act.
Were you with your uncle?
Oh, I haven't seen him in years. He took me into the city for some fun.
Tell me the whole of it, Rhaenyra.
The way all this is unfolding, I get the suspicion that Daemon knows exactly how these dominoes would fall, and he's trying to put her in a situation.
So you did not...
Must I truly refute that? Daemon never touched me.
Even Alicent, the way she just asked that, I feel like now she's only questioning her because she has feelings for her. Like at first I thought it might just be worry.
If that lord were to think that you were being sullied, it would ruin everything.
I know. Your Grace.
That's it. If word about her, like she just said, word about her got out that she had been sullied, it would ruin her claim to be in the heir. I don't know if that's Daemon's goal or what, but that's the feeling I get. This is the second time he's been called to the damn principal's office. It's going to end up worse this time. I feel, oh, he wearing all black too. It's about to be a funeral for somebody.
You have ruined her. What lord will wed her now in this condition?
Who gives a fuck what some lord thinks? You are the dragon. Your word is truth.
But the word's out. That's all that matters.
Give me Rhaenyra to take to wife, and we will return the House of the Dragon to its proper glory.
Of course. It's not my daughter you lust.
Oh shit! This goes back to the conversation when he was telling her, once you're married, you can do whatever you like.
Have you spoken to her?
And yeah, Terry Tumble.
No.
We talked about this too. We can talk about it after the episode, but I feel like Alicent's feelings have grown for Viserys.
I cannot say the same for your brother.
Even though she doesn't want to sleep with him, I feel like she kind of feels sorry for him.
Whatever transpired, Rhaenyra is not innocent.
Only because Daemon tried to corrupt her.
Daemon and Rhaenyra share the blood of the dragon. They are restless and chaotic.
They're choosing sides.
That dagger once belonged to Aegon the Conqueror.
Why the fuck did I jump?
It was Aenar's before that. And before that...
Aenar.
Well, it is difficult to know.
Wait, why does he have it in fucking fire? What is he about to do?
From my blood come the prince that was promised, and his will be the song of ice and fire.
Okay. Had me nervous for a minute.
You've yet to ask me for the truth of what happened.
The truth does not matter, Rhaenyra. Only perception.
Facts.
You have exposed yourself.
Exactly.
Now, your wedding to Selena Velaryon will unite the two most powerful houses in the realm.
Oh, he's gonna use this over her to force her to wed.
Further generation.
And what will you do about the vulture who perches upon your throne?
What vulture?
Your hand. I will do my duty as heir, and with Selena, you must first do yours as king.
Your Grace.
Enemies.
5 days. Balon the Brave, rider of Vhagar, heir to the Iron Throne.
Vhagar, we've heard that a few times. Who is Vhagar? It's the dragon, but
your interests no longer align with those of the realm. Your judgment has been compromised.
A loyal hand must tell his king a discomforting truth from time to time, Your Grace. If he doesn't, he's failed as a servant.
He's not about to stab him, is he? I don't think that's some type of crime, right?
The crown and the realm both owe you a debt that can never be repaid. But I can no longer trust your judgment.
This is probably the first decision I agree with, but it might be the most deadly because he ain't just gonna lay down and take this.
I hope you can forgive the late hour, Princess.
Oh no, I don't trust this damn maester. This is
a tea, Princess, from the king. It will rid you of any unwanted consequences.
For like pregnancy? Oh shit. Okay, I thought this was something from Otto's behalf, him sending the maester with it, but he just gave her some damn plain tea? What? Oh, that's the end of that's how the episode ends? What? How long? That was 1 hour and 4 minutes already. That shit flew by. It was slow paced, but I don't know how I feel about the ending, but I'm gonna watch these credits, and then I'll be back in a second for post episode discussion. Okay? I'm not gonna lie, man. They kind of up in the ante as far as the shock value or unbelievable things happening goes in this show. Now, this episode was hard to watch, but for me personally, I don't know if anything will be able to top the death of Emma in that first episode, the pregnancy and all that. I don't know. Between that, you guys will have to tell me how you rank them. I think that was the most disturbing. The conversation with Elena, and then this episode with Alicent being forced upon by Viserys, and then obviously the scene with not Viserys but Rhaenyra and Daemon was really uncomfortable to watch. But it seems like it's going to be something new every episode. I just don't know what extent they're going to take it to. This is HBO, so they're going to run the gamut through all these uncomfortable moments. So great episode. Once again, this was another slow episode, but I love it. I feel like this is the making of a great show. I think a lot of people might not like this episode. You have to tell me how you feel about it, but I love episodes like this because even though we're getting the time jump still, it's still somewhat the pacing of this episode makes it feel like they're still taking their time at the same time in developing these characters, which I think is a great thing. I know there's been a lot of moments in these reactions where I've said I don't understand their character still, and I like that because it means it gives them more depth for the duration of the season. We're moving along in the timeline fast, but we're taking our time with the characters at the same time. So let's get into this. I'm gonna scroll the timeline real quick. So how do we open the episode? So we open the episode I think she said Viserys sent her here, and she ended up leaving 2 months early to pick someone to take her hand in marriage, or a lord. Interesting scene. Initially in last episode, I don't know why I assumed that he would literally give her the option to pick whoever she wanted to marry. She just honestly had the choice of whoever he handpicked or selected, which I guess makes sense. Goes back to their kind of their history and just the overall order of things. Like Rhaenys has spoken about, and Rhaenyra has spoken about as well. But it was a good scene. I forget this little guy's name. I wonder if we'll see him come back into play. I'm trying to remember the name of the little shit from Game of Thrones, from the Vale, the one who was sucking on his mom's titty like when he was 10 years old. You guys know who I'm talking about. I wonder if he'll end up being something like him. It was kind of cool seeing him take out the Baratheon dude that was talking shit. So I wonder if we'll see from him in the future. I want to kind of jump around to this scene right here. I don't know where exactly it is, but the one when Daemon first comes in, and he kneels before him. Now, I don't know why this one rang true. I honestly didn't think about this to the end of the episode, but with his character, and everything he's doing, I can't put a finger on exactly what he's doing, what his exact motives are. Obviously, he's trying to make a vie for the throne. We heard in the later conversation that he wants to wed Rhaenyra and take a claim to the throne and further the bloodline as well. But the way he's going about it is, I'd call it unique. Because he's not straight up going after the king. He's not straight up belittling him. But at the same time, and even Alicent, I think, mentioned this at some point in this episode when they were having a one-on-one, that he is trying to put himself up by lessening, or Daemon is trying to put himself up by lessening Viserys. And I didn't realize it until the end of this episode, like I said, but that's exactly what he's doing. He came in, and I think what kind of made me realize that was the fact that he didn't exactly admit to the actions that he had with Rhaenyra in the brothel, but he let the word spread like wildfire. So I think he's doing the same thing, taking the same approach with everything without making himself look like an enemy. Like with him coming back from the battle, we know what transpired in last episode, but he came back, took the knee, and that's in the public eye, that's the right thing for him to do, but he is just making it so everybody else knows exactly what's happening, but him being like the bigger man, so to speak, and taking the knee makes him look like the good guy. It just makes him look better. And I feel like him and he's going about it in a strategic way, if that makes sense, because I feel like he's going after Viserys to belittle him a little bit. He's going after I don't know if I could say he still has love for her, but he's going after Rhaenyra in a little bit and taking advantage of her, taking her into the brothel and all that. I know that's something he's probably been wanting to do because his romantic feelings for her, but I also feel like that was to kind of put himself up in as far as the pedestal goes, or in the pecking order, just so he can gain favor and put Rhaenyra, she's still young, but put her in a bad light. Like they mentioned it plenty of times. If this news was to get out, what lord would want to take her on as a wife, regardless of what social status she has. So I thought that was interesting. In the way they're still Daemon, I don't know exactly how to place him. I won't keep using the term good or bad, but as far as morals, I'm gonna say bad. And I just don't know where his character is gonna go. You like I said, you guys keep calling him one of your favorite characters, if not your favorite. I can't say that about him yet. I like the way that the depth of his character has been developed through these first 4 episodes, but I can't say that as a character I would pick him over even Viserys for that matter. And then we had a lot of good scenes with this one was good, a little one-on-one with Rhaenyra and Alicent. And we went back and forth between Daemon came back to King's Landing, made up with the king by bending the knee. And before I don't know how many days passed within this episode, but before the end of the episode, he got exiled again. So there I feel like there's a lot of seed planting in this, literally, or pun intended, in this episode. But I just don't know where exactly everything's going to go. And even within the scenes, like this scene right here, when they're having the discussion, it kind of alluded to what ended up happening, with him saying that once they're having the conversation about marriage, and he mentions once you're married, it really doesn't matter who you're married to. You can do whatever you want after you have that title or that status. So he's hinting at it. He's being somewhat straightforward, but he's snarky, he's sneaky at the same time. And I keep saying, I won't say I keep saying, but Rhaenyra is smart, but she's still young, somewhat, would you call it gullible? But Daemon, in this moment, it feels like he's manipulating her more than anything. And that doesn't surprise me because he wants what he wants and he's going to go after it. But I just wonder because she's getting more and more mature, and smarter as she goes along. We've seen her step up to the plate intellectually within the group several times. I wonder how long it's going to take for her to catch on. At the end of this episode, obviously, when the maester brought in the potion, whatever you want to call it, she gave a look like she knew exactly what it was, and she kind of peeped game. So I just wonder at one point, if not too late, she'll catch on and kind of avoid or counter these games that all these older people are playing with her right now. That being Daemon, Viserys, Otto, and the likes of them. But this was a good episode for her. I feel like it was a good episode for Alicent as well. I can't say good, but it was hard to watch with her scenes. But I feel like she's another person. She was forced into all this by Otto or Hobart, Lord Hightower, whoever came up with this scheme. But at the same time, she's playing her role. And she reminds me of Marjorie from Game of Thrones. She's playing her role, staying silent, gaining favor with not only Viserys, but or respect, I should say. She's got all these heirs. I know she doesn't really have a choice because he'll force herself upon her, but she feels like she's grown a lot. Even in the scene when where's it at? This was later in the episode, but when she was having the conversation with Rhaenyra, I felt like her questioning her was a big moment, and kind of not being scared to or caring what she thought of her. She was playing the role of like a queen, and it came across that way. So I feel like she's growing quickly. Obviously the scene in the brothel was weird, uncomfortable to watch. I'm not gonna scroll through that because I'm not trying to get this video fucking taken off YouTube. But what else? And I where was it? I know I said she reminded me a lot of Arya in that scene. Not only because of the way she was dressed, but her being so excited and adventurous. I don't know if it's just the age that makes it come across that way. But I thought that was interesting. And I think it was Terry Tumble. You mentioned that the writers are kind of alluding to Game of Thrones to kind of throw us off the trails and give us or make us think things because our previous preconceptions of what we've already seen. So I think they're doing a good job of that, and I think that was another part of that, just having us kind of liken her to Arya, and the fact that she's kind of tied to Cat's Paw, with Viserys bringing that up in the conversation later on. Obviously, we already knew she had an attraction to Sir Christian. I figured if they weren't already doing things together, that it would happen eventually. Happened here, and I know. Even though that scene in the brothel was uncomfortable, I know that they didn't actually get to the business. She was still a maiden kind of at that point. And she actually didn't break that barrier until she was with Sir Christian. So it doesn't make it as bad, but still, as a lady and to these other suitors, lords who are vying for her hand, that's still an issue. So there's that. Now with this, the little kid who, or White Worm or whatever his name was, that reported to Otto, he was just outside. I know he saw them come out of the brothel, but I think he was just outside of it. So there's no way he could have seen like them doing whatever inside. So that's why I wondered in the scene when Daemon was with Masera, this one here, I was wondering if that money he brought her like coins or something, if that money was payment from Otto to keep feeding him information. I think that's what they were alluding to, but only time will tell as things are revealed. I thought this was interesting. When he was in the room, Otto just looking up at the sky. Let me see if I can find it in the right here. I didn't initially think that he was nervous about breaking that type of news to Viserys on behalf of actually caring for Rhaenyra. I thought it was just the fact of he may be upset or worried about how Viserys would react to the information and be upset. In the long run, this is the first time I felt like Otto was kind of straightforward and told the truth, or at least what he believed to be the truth, regarding Rhaenyra and Daemon. Now it backfired a little bit, ended up costing him his job, his status. So I don't know how that's gonna affect the relationship between Viserys and Alicent. I don't know if that has any bearing, or if or what would happen with that. I don't think it gets affected because that's his wife at the end of the day. She bears his child. So I don't think that'll have much effect, but I'm not positive. So we'll have to see how that plays. This was the scene I was talking about as far as Alicent kind of calling her out. I know she was not only worried for her. Alicent's been kind of trying to prove herself or regain favor with Rhaenyra, I feel like, ever since she linked up or became the wife of Viserys, or it was announced. So I wasn't sure if it was that, her actually caring for her, or if this conversation was strictly because she's in the role of like a queen, and she doesn't like how it reflects upon the house or the realm for that matter. But I think as a friend, she cares for her still. Romantically, I think there are some real feelings there. And then also as the queen, I feel like she has like a perception of what things should be like, or a higher understanding, and she's kind of holding Rhaenyra up to that status. Like Rhaenyra seems like I know I've said she's extremely smart, but I feel like she's more book smart, if that makes sense. And then I think Alicent, because what she's been through, she's street smart as well, but she's also more or she's more book smart as well, but she's more street smart than Rhaenyra because of what she's been through. She, like I said, she reminds me of Sansa in the roles she's been put in. Now I'm not exactly sure how much time skipped. She had obviously given birth, and we saw her holding the baby. I think I had it in one of these scenes. You guys know what I'm talking about. But she was holding the baby. I don't know how old it was, though. So obviously some more times passed. I don't know exactly how much, but it doesn't really matter. This was a good scene. Exiled. Yeah, this was obviously not the dagger. A big portion of the episode, or a big portion of what's to come or what's to play out. I don't know exactly. I know that the seeds have been planted, but I just don't know exactly or have an idea of what it's going to lead to. I just don't think he's going to take this willingly. What type of fallout from this will happen? Will it be from the Hightowers family in general? What type of hell is his brother gonna? This is the second person from the table since the first episode that's been kind of outcasted with Corlys being gone, now teaming up with the Free Cities, and now Otto being outcast. Will he go join Corlys or what? Or maybe he'll, no chance he teams up with Daemon. But everybody, or even Daemon, he's been exiled. So 3 people from the table. Lord of Maesters, not Lord of Laws is still there. The Maester is still there. Or maybe he'll leave now, because he seemed to be like Otto's right hand man. But then again, he just did deliver that potion or whatever it was to Rhaenyra at the end for any unplanned pregnancy or whatever. So great episode. I can't tell you exactly what I expect to come from the next one. I know it'll be just as good or better, but this is one I'm gonna have to sit on and think about. You guys let me know with this. I think it's been episode 1 or episode 2, my favorite. Episode 1, second favorite. Episode 3, probably third favorite, and then this one, my 4th favorite. I don't even know. I feel like this is maybe my 4th favorite by default, but I feel like there was so much dropped in this that as we see it play out, this one will gain favor and it'll be even better in my eyes. So I'm gonna play with my rankings throughout this whole season. You guys will have to let me know how you rank these episodes so far. And anything that I missed that may be a spoiler, drop it down in the comment section, because I'm sure there's a lot of it. But even you guys who have gone back and rewatched the episode again, let me know what you caught on the second watch, and I'll get back to you. We'll chop it up in the comment section. So great episode. Glad you guys enjoyed. Hope you enjoyed the episode. I'll catch you in next week's episode 5. I don't even know how many episodes we got in this season. I think 10 maybe. But nonetheless, I'm ready for it. So I'll catch you next week. Deuces.